Hey guys, Tennessee Yankee. Hey, I'm coming at you with a video testing out my coil packs here on the left and right cylinder. You've seen my other videos. I've been trying to troubleshoot a miss here and there. I just looked at the fuel pump and I just did a quick test. I saw from another guy with a Kawasaki engine. Seems like it's pretty common sense, but it never dawned on me to just remove one of the spark plug wires and see if it runs on one cylinder. So I just did that test. I'm going to try it again here and show you the results. So far I'm finding that I can run on the left cylinder. I cannot run on the right cylinder. I have not yet taken out the spark plugs and swapped those to see if that's the culprit. I assume it might be the coil, in which case I'll take that off and put a multimeter on it. But this was just a quick test to at least point me in the right direction. So let's try this again. Right now I got both spark plugs on. I'm going to disconnect the left hand side or the right hand side here. We'll go ahead and start her up. I'm going to engage the brake. So it's running, kind of weak, as to be expected. Just on the left-hand cylinder. I'll shut her down. Now we'll stick this one back on. Take this one off. Let's see what we got. Barely. No, nothing. So we'll swap this one more time. And I think just driving up here on one cylinder to the garage, it was missing quite a bit. So I think it's still a sporadic problem on that side, because I don't remember it missing just trying to drive around the house before. It was only missing under a load at a certain point in time. And we're started up again on the left cylinder. So I'm going to take these this side off and give it a test. All right, before I take those coils off, I just want to rule out the spark plug again, which these spark plugs are fairly new, so I don't think that's an issue, but we'll swap them just to see. CJ8 is the plug I'm running. Okay, so we're gonna put the left-hand spark plug in the right-hand side. I'll do the same over here. All right, we'll try to fire it up on the left only again. Seems to run fine. disconnect the left, connect the right. Same problem. So pretty confident this is the bad coil. Okay, we got 8mm bolts here. There's the bottom one and there's the top one. I don't know if it makes a difference which one goes where, but I'm gonna leave that one on the top so I can mark it. And I assume this may be our suspect coil, so we'll go put it on the bench and test it out, see what kind of readings we're getting. Alright guys, I'm testing this and I just tried it. I'm slightly perplexed. So it says here in the manual, if we check between A and B, which A is this one here, and B, I'm sorry, if we check between A and C, A is this top one, and C goes to the spark plug terminal, that we should get in between 10.4 and 15.6. So I'm out of that range. I'm in 19. So I don't know if being higher, you know, if being either side of the range is an issue, or if it's just being below the range, but that's clearly out of spec for that one, 19.3. And then if we test between A and B, which is just both of these terminals, I'll do the alligator clip here, A and B, I'm getting 4.8, 5.4, 4.6. So that one is right in the range. Then again, it's going out again. Let me see if I can get a little better grip on it here. .1. Yeah, so that one's in the range there. So A and C is out. A and B is in. So not sure what that means, but we're going to try another coil. One more step in the troubleshooting. I just took the coil off of the left side that was firing. I put it on the right side that wasn't firing, and I got it to fire right up. So let's give her one more shot. So I'm going to order some coils, and I'm going to also, one last step, I'm going to go test this on the multimeter and see if I get in-range readings on this one. Okay, my final test on this good coil, or the one that at least works, between A and C. C is my red. I got that hooked up to the spark plug wire. A is this terminal here, and my range is supposed to be 10.4 to 15.6 thousand ohms, and I'm at 18.7. So I'm out of range on this one, just like I was on the bad coil. That was at like 19.2. So, and then between these two terminals, I'm still in range. I'm supposed to be between 3.4 and 4.6 ohms. And I have .2, 4.1. So same as the other one. So as far as the readings, they both seem to be kind of consistent between the two coils. But obviously, as you just saw, one of the coils would fire, one of them wouldn't, so we're just going to replace them both. So the coils came in, the ones I ordered from eBay. It's only been about, I don't know, probably less than a week that I ordered them and received them. And you can see here they're quite a bit generous here on the spark plug line. Hopefully that doesn't cause issues, but that is pretty huge. Other than that, the overall size and everything looks to be good. So since we got a bad one anyway, we'll test them out and see how these ones work. All right, guys, so this video is going to take a little longer to conclude. I'm going to have to come back again. So I got these coils off of eBay. Lesson learned, don't do what I did. I'm going to go to the John Deere dealership now or order them. So the main problem with them, they went on good. I showed you that there was extra slack in the line, which was a little bit concerning. But then the problem is I could not for the life of me, sorry, let me turn my camera around here. One of the main issues is this end here, okay? So it comes with this grommet on it. And like I said, I've seen in other videos where guys have had these cut off, and probably because it really wasn't meant for the application. So I'm not going to do that on a new part. And I cannot, the first thing is with the resistor cap on the spark plug, the way it's supposed to be, I cannot get this on. It will not go on. So I threw in a plug that didn't have the resistor cap, and it goes on perfect. So I'm like, okay, I can get by with that. I'll try that. But then when I go to put the boot back on, it will not fit with the boot. And I'm not going to start cutting apart this boot. So then I was thinking, okay, maybe I can take this apart easily and just use my NGK one from the OEM coil. But you start to take this apart, and whereas these ones have a nice pin in there to take the wire, I took one of these apart and it just has loose, copper small strands in there. So junk part. Not even going to go any further with this. I'm going to send it back and get to the John Deere dealership and get the more expensive coil that I probably should have bought in the first place. So lesson learned. We'll see you back when I have the real parts. All right, guys, so we finally got our parts in here for the OEM coil, AM120732. And then we got the boot, M88905. So take these out of the package. Alright, so one of the things we got to do here is this boot, if you can see inside, has a sharp little pin in there. And then we have to pierce this wire here. So I guess it's just kind of a guess to make sure we got good contact. And of course, if this were to not work out or fail, we could strip it back, and I'm not sure if there's a key here if we're supposed to be twisting something on. I think you just pierce it, but if it's not working right, we can always solder it on, but I'm going to give it a little twist here. And yeah, I think that's doing it. That seems to be coming in good and snug. So think about videos with the Yankee. Sometimes we learn together, or you can sit on the other end of the screen and say, "You're doing it wrong." But that's how I learn half the time, doing it wrong. All right, that feels pretty good. Okay. So, here we go. 1 boot, 2 boot. Let's take them back over to the tractor and put them on. Okay, pops on nice. Nice firm snap on there, unlike those other ones we were playing with. That's pretty easy to start. Now maybe we can get this side. This one was a little more difficult. Wow, finally, that was a bugger. Took me several attempts. Make sure that's still on there. That one's still on there, good. Nice snap on the plug. All right. Hopefully that will put us into business. Go ahead and do the other side. We'll hook the battery back up again and we'll fire it up. Earlier when I was taking these off, I had kind of marked these wires. This one for the top, this one for the bottom. Not knowing if the polarity really mattered, but what I found out when I went to put on the other ones is that these are different size terminals anyway, so you really can't screw it up. All right, those fit good. Definitely want to unhook the battery for this side with this positive terminal right here. All right, this is the 13. These were a 8 to hold the coil on. And there's that. That's what we should have done. Now we can get right in there nice. This side still won't be as easy. All right. Okay, there's both the coils. Put the battery back on. All right, moment of truth here. Got the battery hooked back up. Let's turn the key here. Try it out. Sounding pretty strong. I believe we're on both, but let's just do our troubleshoot test. Take this one off. Fire on the left cylinder. Yeah, you can tell that's weak. All right, put the right back on. I'll take the left off. Let's fire up on the right. Yep, good to go on both cylinders. Let's go back to 2. Now we'll take it outside and I'll put it under a load. What do we got? We got 1,068 hours. Alright, let's give it some PTO. Got for idle. Yeah, nice and smooth. guys. Thanks for going through this troubleshooting exercise with me. Hope you like this content. Hope it was helpful, and be honored if you'd hit that subscribe button and check out my next content. We'll see you later.